All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here from 7-Figure Business Consulting, and in this video I want to talk about why you're stuck at 6 figures a year. So if you have an online coaching, consulting, or agency business, and you're maybe making 10, 20, 30K a month, and you're asking yourself, how can I scale to 7 figures a year? And this video is for you, because over the course of the last couple of years, I've been seeing this over and over again, that someone comes to us and they say, okay, I want to scale to 7 figures. All I need is ads. All I need is this one funnel. You know, you hear this all the time. That's what you're being sold by all these gurus. Like, you're one funnel away from scaling to 7 figures, and you just need this one tool, or you now got to jump on TikTok and dance around because that's the key, right? And nothing wrong with nothing wrong with a well-working funnel. Don't get me wrong. But the point is, that's not the only thing, all right? This is not about this one magical key solutions. It's usually a conglomerate of factors that you have to really nail in order to scale to 7 figures. And there's nothing fancy about it. There's no Hollywood story behind it. It's no magic. It's not sexy. It's literally a very boring process. It works, but it's boring, but it works. So we have this little whiteboard over here. Let's head over there, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So basically, again, stop trying to think for this one magic thing. What is it that helps me scale to 7 figures? There isn't any. What it usually is something along the lines of the following. So you have X here, and then you have Y here. Here, you have the problems of your business, all right? You're probably very well aware. Your business right now probably has some problems, right? And down here, you have the revenue. So what usually happens is that somehow, the more revenue you're making, the more problems you have. Whether or not that's fully linear, not 100% accurate, but just for the sake of the argument. The more revenue you're making, the more problems you're having. So now let's say, for example, well, okay, I'm going to build this great 7-figure funnel. Might be part of the solution, right? You get more leads, so now you are making more revenue, but at the same time, you're making much more problems. Now you're up here, right? You're up here. You might make more revenue, right? Maybe you're making now your 80K a month, right? Oops, I can't even write anymore. That's also a problem in and of itself. I cannot write. You're making your 80K a month. That's good, but what are you doing with all the problems that you have? Your high level of problems. Good. So now you're making a lot of money, but who's taking care of your clients? Maybe you've overlooked that your clients are now getting unhappy because you're getting a mass of clients in now. Maybe you cannot do the support anymore. Maybe you are hiring more people, but you're not training these people properly. And now these people are trying to snag away your clients, snag away from your revenue. They ask for more money. They don't respect you. They're leaving. They're taking other key members of your company with you, and so on and so forth. So, not such a good idea. So as you can see here, this is connected, and that's why you as a business owner need to be aware of, okay, it's not just about getting more revenue. It's also about automation, right? That's another issue. Now let's say, for example, you are getting more revenue, right? And this is all great, and you're having all these hires. So right, so this curve here is bigger team, all right? Bigger team, whereas the blue curve would be more revenue, right? So now you have more revenue and you have a bigger team, but now you have a specific other problem, and that's that these people are difficult to manage, you're overwhelmed, maybe your office is too small, and like I said, maybe these people are trying to leave now, and so on and so forth. So now you've just gathered another set of problem for yourself. And I could spin this wheel almost indefinitely. There's always going to be high-level problems. Now, let's say, for example, you become more popular, right? You start running more ads, so you're also making more revenue, and so on and so forth. So this is ads equals popularity, all right? So now you're much more popular. Everybody sees your ads, and now you have certain haters popping up, right? If you have a 6-figure company, maybe you've already dealt with that. The people leave fake reviews for you. The people make videos about you, why you are such a and why you're so stupid, and so on and so forth. So now you have a PR issue up there, right? There's so many issues that you can have to deal with. So what did we have with the more revenue? Can't remember. So now you have, let's say, for example, let me use black. It's the universal color. So you have staff problems, right? Unhappy clients, automation, maybe now you're working nonstop. I can't even spell automation. Right now you have haters and so on and so forth. And that's why, I mean, again, I could indefinitely keep going with this. This here is the reason why you're not just one funnel away from scaling the 7 figures. This here is the reason why it's not about just one magic pill, the chat bots or the TikTok strategy and so on and so forth. I wish there was, but I think nowadays in the age of marketers and in the age of making everything super fancy and super cool sounding, the reality of things often starts coming behind, all right? It's lacking. What you have to understand, this is reality. Now, how can you fix that? That's the real question. Well, you can fix that basically by the following: hard work plus smart work. I really have to apologize about my handwriting here. Hard work plus smart work. You have to follow a system. You have to listen to someone who's done this before. Of course, you have to hard work. There's no magic pill to that. And if you come to us, we've had this many times that somebody comes to us and they're like, I want to only scale if it's completely automatic as I'm scaling it. Well, the end goal is automation, right? But it's not going to be how you get there. In order to build systems, it's a lot of repetition. It's a lot of systemization. It's a lot of bird's eye view, and it's a lot of, KPIs, making sure that the management is in place, making sure you hire the right people. It's a lot of doing it slowly but progressively, consistently, and safely when it comes to scaling. And there's no way around hard work plus smart work. It has to be both. If you're only working hard, then you're grinding 12, 14 hours a day, sitting there in your sweatpants, you have no luxury, you don't feel successful, you're just grinding. Maybe your partners are going to tell you, hey, maybe you should start getting a real job now, right? Your family life is suffering, you're never on vacation, and when you are on vacation, you never really feel like you're on vacation. This is if you only deploy hard work. If you only try to outsmart the system, all you'll end up is with maybe more revenue, maybe more popularity, maybe a bigger team, but you'll just get all these problems here. So what you got to do instead, you're going to have hard work plus smart work. The combination of that is going to be the end result of sustainable, profitable, and safe scaling. That is it. Thank you very much for watching. I talk to you soon.